Hey besties, let's throw some shade, honey. You ready to get into it? Hey besties, it's Behind the Shade, and I have devastating, horrific, terrible news to report. I found out earlier today, I was on the internet, and page 6 had reported that the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City star, Mary Cosby, lost her son. Robert Cosby Jr. has passed away at the age of 23 years old. Now, what we do know, on the reunion, she brought it up, brought Robert Jr. up, and she was happy that he was in jail, with some place where she knew he was safe. She had mentioned that her and Robert Sr., they was just gonna have to take a step back and kind of let him, come to the conclusion on his own that he needs help, because addiction is something you have to want yourself. You want to fix yourself. You want to heal yourself. You want to change it. You have to want that, right? Mary Cosby already had Robert Jr. in rehab twice, and it didn't work. Now, what was reported was that a Salt Lake City Police Department spokesperson told Page 6 that Robert was found unalive on Monday. Today is Wednesday, so this is 2 days ago, after officers responded to an over-D call that turned into an unalived investigation. They responded to a call around 6:14 p.m. on Monday, February 23rd, authorities confirmed. Mary and her husband, Robert Sr., released a joint statement on Monday, writing, "Our beloved son, Robert Jr., has been called home to the Lord. Whew. Though our hearts ache, we take comfort in God's promise and in knowing He is finally at peace. We are grateful for your prayers and trust in the Lord to carry us through this time of sorrow." Uh, this is devastating. Sad, sad, sad. This has got to be Mary's worst nightmare. This is every parent's worst nightmare. So, what we find out, Robert Jr. was released from jail on February 3rd, like 20 days before his passing. His wife, estranged wife, Alexiana, she filed for divorce from him after 3 years of marriage. Now, remember that the couple, they got married in Utah at a courthouse in August 2022. And it was a secret. Remember, they got married under Mary's nose. She didn't even know. She had to ask him, "Are you married? Like, why is this woman in my house?" So, that played out in season 4 of The Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. And, Robert and his wife were both users. That was the storyline in season 6, which filmed last year. And, he had been to jail a few times from kind of like disturbing the peace, bothering her, some domestic V, and just, the police have been called on him, and whew, child. And I just remember on the show when Mary told Robert Jr., if something happened to you, do you know that I couldn't, do you know what that would do to me? You are my life. And his response was, "Well, I look at life like unseasoned chicken, and I want to put some seasoning on it." And that's what the illegals do for him. Whew. You guys, we just have to keep Mary and her family and his friend Robert Cosby Jr.'s friends in your prayers. This is a rough time. I cannot imagine how Mary feels or what she's going through, but we can definitely get some prayers sent up and, have her covered. We got to cover Miss Mary. And I do, as a content creator, I wonder, is she done with the show? But we don't have to worry about that now. But I'm just curious. My curiosity is just like, well, is this gonna be documented on next season or not? And I just hope Mary can walk away and just take some time for herself because life is so different. And I heard through the grapevine that her and Robert Sr. have been separated for about a year and a half. He lives in their Florida home and she's in Utah, right? So, nonetheless, that doesn't matter, but I just can't imagine. I just cannot imagine what this woman is going through. Whew. All right, besties. We just have to pray. And I'm sure there'll be more. I'm sure this story will develop. So we'll see what comes of it. But as of now, keep her in your thoughts and your prayers. Oh, Mary. Oh my goodness, you guys. I think I'm about to cry for her. This has been heavy on my heart all day, and I just had to come home and get it out to you. The besties, drop down in the comments and just let me know what your thoughts are. We can continue the conversation there. Peace and love. Bye, besties.